Hello. How are you?
Keeping it real, keeping it real, keeping it real with Shannon, shining through, laughs and insight, shining so bright. Keeping it real, it feels so right. Real, keeping it real, keeping it real, keeping it real.
Hello, and welcome to the show tonight. So, how's everybody tonight?
I'm doing good.
Feeling good, feeling good. Ready for
Well, you
tonight's
got to sound
topic.
more excited than that because we got hot topics tonight dealing with relationships. And I know you two likes to be in relationships and stuff like that. You know what I
You
mean.
gotta, you gotta be kidding me, excluding yourself. You know you like to be in a relationship.
Oh no, no, no. Well, look, one of my friends, she's engaged, right? So now there might be a little stirring in the pot because she a little fluffy, a little bit like that. Now her fiance want her to lose weight before they get married. So, in other
Say
words,
what?
it's like he giving her an ultimatum,
Putting her
to
on the
lose weight
scale.
before they get married. So, ladies, would you lose weight for the man before you got married, or you be like, take it as it is?
No, it's take it as it is. There's no ultimatums or conditions on if you're gonna marry me if I lose weight. I mean, I could see him saying, "Oh, let's lose weight for the wedding, so we look good in the pictures and all that." But no, I'm not losing weight just so you can marry me.
Yeah, I have to agree. I have to agree because I think that it depends on how it's said. Like if maybe if I'm sick and he's concerned about my health, it's really coming from a loving place, and he says it's not really about being married, but just being a lifelong partner. He wants me to be alive for a long time. I might consider it because he's doing it with love. But if he's saying it in another way, you know what way I'm talking about, where he's showing you that he's going to be a really mean husband throughout the whole, what's the point? What's the point?
Well, but if he said it in a loving way, I mean, if you've been going with this person all this time, they know you a little fluffy. They knew that when you started going with each other. So why now are you talking about you want the person to lose weight? Now, I mean, I'm very fluffy. So you come telling me about losing weight, and we planning a wedding, and we might not have but maybe 6 months to a year to go. Like, why am I going to be starving myself and carrying on just to lose weight to get married to you when you already know I was fluffy?
Well, you
Right.
could be
That's
getting out
right.
of hand because
That's
then,
right.
when we started, could be when we started dating, you was like a certain, yeah, you might have been fluffy. And then now it's like getting out of control. So, yes, if they, if it is that way, they have a right to say something. Let's get this under control because next thing you know, you're going to be on 600-pound life talking to Dr. Now.
Well, yeah, well, that is, Tiffany has a point there because you have to draw the line. I'm not talking about you, Lottie, but there's some people that are so codependent or they're so wrapped up in the person that they are. Well, no, that would be the opposite because this person is wanting them to lose weight. But you know those men that do the opposite, they want you to keep eating, keep eating, keep eating, and they want to keep you trapped in your body and you just stay home and don't go nowhere. That would
Right.
be
Oh,
the
so for
opposite.
you to
No,
be
but
out
the
in
thing about
shape.
it, no, but see, the thing about it is, say if I'm getting married and I'm a little fluffy and everything, right? So here I'm planning my wedding, getting my little gown, thinking I'm already looking pretty good and everything, because just because you fluffy, that doesn't mean you can't look good. I mean, why can't we look good just like you can look good because you skinny? We can look good. So I don't. You already under a lot of pressure when you start planning the wedding.
That's true.
Why now do I need to be under extra pressure?
That's
Because I think maybe I'm going to lose you. Because now I'm going to start thinking like maybe you ain't worth me getting married to then. If you're
well, it's
not
better to
happy
know
with what I
before,
look like.
right? It's better to
Huh?
know before. It's better to know before than after how this man is going to treat you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So now I'm going to have to start thinking otherwise. Like, okay, so if we have children, say we didn't have children, we have children because you gain weight when you get pregnant and you got to work like I don't know what to get it off after the baby comes. So then if you don't get the weight off, now we got a problem now because now you're going to be constantly saying something to me or whatever.
Well, he's
So
showing you who
yeah.
he is and what he values, right,
Exactly,
Tiffany?
but I mean, it just depends. Like I said, I mean, it depends on the person because you may not want to be with somebody who is morbidly obese, right? And if they see that that's going that direction, I think they have a right to say, like, "Hey, we're going in the wrong direction here. Let's get this weight
No,
under
but I'm
control."
saying that, but you were saying that the person was already obese when you talking to them.
There's a difference between yes, you was fluffy, and then we in a relationship, and then you didn't gain 50 pounds throughout this whole
Well, I mean,
relationship.
I can
Like
see
that,
that's
that's
different.
crazy.
But no, I can see that's different. Okay, I
And
can
you
see
didn't
that's
have
different.
children?
But
No.
I'm saying that's different. I'm saying if the person is already fluffy. They already, we're nice to say fluffy, but I don't have a problem saying fat, because I know I'm fat, so I don't care, like,
But
I still figure, I'm fluffing and I look good fluffy,
you,
you
you
know.
do you do you do look good. But sometimes asking
Not that I
somebody,
should lose weight, you know what I'm saying? You know
you're
what? Maybe that should happen to me then. Maybe if I met someone that I truly, truly love, maybe he could convince me
That
to
would be
get the
give you
weight off.
incentive.
because think about all the things you could do together. And would you be tired or would you have the energy to do the things you want to do with this person
Hmm.
in the
Look,
house,
look,
outside the
don't get it
house?
twisted. Just because people are fluffy, don't think they can't do a lot of stuff. I don't know why people think because somebody's
No,
big, they
that's not
can't
what
do
I'm
anything.
saying. I'm basing this on
I can
actual.
roll in the hay just as long as you can. So
I'm
please.
just well, I'm talking about taking a walk in the park. I'm talking about, look, I'm talking about personal experience. There's certain things that when I get bigger, there's certain things that I don't do when I'm smaller. I have to admit, even walking, going for a walk in the park, even being at home and snuggling up, it's like, you know, okay, time's
That's
up.
true.
Home
That's
snuggling
true.
up, you getting tired snuggling up?
I'm saying it
Well,
another
there's a
way.
problem there then because if you tired snuggling
I'm
up with
talking
someone
about the
you care about.
horizontal mamba, whatever. Robbie, are you making fun of me?
No, no, you sitting there talking about I'm snuggling up with somebody and I get tired? Like, I mean, what kind of snuggling up are y'all doing?
The horizontal mamba attempt. The
Oh,
attempt.
well,
It, I'm too tired. I'm too tired. When I'm out of shape and bigger, I am too tired. So that's just me. That's from personal experience. So I do enjoy people more when I am more fit and a little bit smaller. That's been my experience.
But that's true too, because I mean, let's be honest. If you're overweight, there are some things that you cannot do that a skinny
yeah, that's
person
true.
can, especially if you have a significant other spouse that is in shape, likes to be active, and you can't keep up with them. So, and then they're like, well, I want to do this activity. And you're like, well, I can't do it. So, that could get annoying.
Yeah.
Well, I guess maybe I would try to lose the weight then. I mean, I would just be losing
For
it for
yourself,
myself.
so you can
I'm
enjoy
not,
the
I,
person more.
I'm not going to be losing it because you don't want to marry me because I'm, fluffy. Because my thing is, I can show you the door. I don't
That's
care.
But
right.
that's just an excuse, I
But
think.
but
Let's just
just
say
because
that.
you don't have to lose a lot. You know,
Mhm.
he
You
probably
know.
wouldn't even want you to lose a lot, just a little bit, and just to stay healthy for him, so he can have a long life with you.
But it
Yeah,
shouldn't be a condition on
Right.
getting married.
That's
that's
So
true.
that's
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 what
the
I'm
true.
saying.
difference.
It shouldn't be no
That is true.
condition,
I would have to
especially
Hmm.
when
agree.
you've been knowing each other before you got
Yeah,
engaged and all
yeah.
that kind of
Hmm.
Where's
stuff.
this coming from
Well,
exactly?
look. Where's this coming from? That's called they probably been eyeing some of those skinny bones
That's what
someplace
I was
else.
thinking.
That's what that's what's been going on. They've been looking at these other little bonies and they figure like, well, I think my new wife should look like that.
Right, right.
That's probably where all that's coming from.
What else you got for us,
But
Lottie?
we but we have to start getting together now because the women are changing their dating scene now. They going after well they've been doing this, but more so now they've been going after the men that got money, like the rich man.
Say
So if you
what?
if you going with a rich man, because they paying your bills, your car note, all of that kind of stuff. So you got it going on. So you in love and you got it going on and everything. And then what happens? Everything stops because you found out he's married. So
Oh man.
now, if you found out he was married, would you kick it to the curb, or would you keep paying them bills and car notes?
Well, ain't nothing like having a nice rest knowing your bills are paid for. You have to
I
worry
know
about
that's
that
right.
shit. I
That is
mean, I guess if you're not interested in being married, you really don't care, you just out here, hey, you know, do what you gotta do.
But this is somebody you was in love with, and you figured down the road, y'all may get married or something. So, like, is it worth it?
I had to think about this one because if somebody's married, I like to step back. But it really depends on what their marriage is like because I don't like to sneak behind somebody else's back. If the wife is doing her own thing or she's allowing it and I'm in love with, I think it would have to be a unique circumstance for me to stay
You mean if they
because
have an open
What?
marriage, you
if they
think?
have an open marriage or they don't, some people are together because they just want to stay together for the financial reasons, if you know what I
Mhm.
mean.
Cheaper to
You know,
keep her type
yes.
thing, yeah.
And if that's the case and she's aware that this is what's happening and if I really loved him and I felt he really loved me, I would probably stay. But as an older woman, not as a younger woman, as an older woman.
Yeah,
But
that's what I'm saying. It depends on age too,
Yeah.
about what you looking for in life. Because if you're an older woman, been married, you're just looking
But
for
that doesn't
companionship.
mean just because you've been married before that you don't want to get married again.
Some
I
people
mean,
don't
this
want
is
to be
somebody you
married again.
met. This is somebody you met. Now you fell in love with them, so you still thinking that maybe something may happen between you that you could get married. Because people get married more than one time. Some people get married 2 and 3 times.
That is true.
You don't know who else you're gonna meet or whatever. So here now you met somebody. Now you figure you got the whole package. Now he's a you know kind of good looking man, got some money, he's helping you out, helping to pay your bills and stuff like that. And then you find out he's married. I mean, that's devastating.
It is
I would be
devastating.
devastated.
No,
It
it's
is.
devastating, but it's devastating to someone who's looking for a particular life. They want to be married to this man. Or some women just want their bills paid. They
Right.
want to go home. They want to lay and be peaceful and don't have no worries about no relationship, what they man doing, nothing.
Right.
So if that's the life, it depends on what you're looking for.
Right. There are women like that. There's certain states like Detroit, Michigan. I'm sorry. Where that is perfect for them. They actually look for sugar daddies. So, and I know there's other states like that, but I have cousins like that. That's how they. Ooh, I better not say that. Anyway, that's normal.
Well, no, I mean, you're right in those ways. I know some, lady friends that they just out to have a good time, and
Hmm.
whatever they can get out of the man, they get out of the man, or whatever, and they satisfied with that. But I'm not satisfied with that. Because see, when I love you, I love hard. But we'll talk about it more when we come back. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Oh yeah, it's Shannon.
Everyone has a ritual.
That small thing to keep us focused.
What do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out the self-doubt and help your mental health?
Because being the best isn't just about taking care of your body. It's about taking care of your mind and your mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mental health a priority.
Oh yeah, it's Shannon. Keeping it real. Keeping it real. Every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. On Facebook, YouTube, it's on tonight. It's Prime for 30 minutes. Join the chat. Hot topics, movers, shakers. How about that? Smart, outspoken, don't miss a beat. It's true. Keeping it real with
was saying before we went to break, I guess that would depend because when I fall in love, see, I fall hard, and I'm not out for playing games and stuff like that. And if I just want to talk to someone just to talk to them, I'd let them know up front that this is just a hangout thing, and we buddies, and and that's how it's gonna be. I don't want anyone to get the impression that, I'm there to fall in love with you, and then they fall in love with you, because then it really get messed up then.
Right.
Because then you become playing games, and I don't think we should play with people's feelings because you can get hurt like that.
Yeah, I don't
See, the thing with a situation like that, I guess I might, if I was actually in love with that man, and I found out he was married, I think I'm gonna have to let him go. Even though I would probably be at home crying later that I would have to pay my own bills and pay my own car note and everything.
But it's just about
I
him
would
being
have to
honest.
weigh the options.
You would, I mean, you would have had a chance if they would just be honest and say, "I'm married," because there's a lot of women that are willing to accept the fact and go with the married man. Give the woman the choice about what they want to do.
Well, see, I'm not going that direction with a married man because I guess, like you said, if you're not interested in it, but I wouldn't even go with a married man, even if I'm not interested in getting married, him or
Right.
whatever, because I don't want to do anything and I don't want anyone to do it to me.
Right.
So I don't want to be messing with someone's husband because I don't want you messing with my husband or
Right.
anything, like that. Because I know, I mean, that's just how I am. I don't, because I figure there's enough other men. I have to get over it. Okay, I'll cry for probably about a year because when I get up hurt or whatever, it takes me a while to get over it. But
A year. Wow.
I couldn't. I
That's a
can't do.
that's a long time.
Well, no, I can't do that thing like y'all do. Like when you
What are
get
you
rid of
talking
one,
about? That y'all do.
when y'all get rid of one, you just slide on another one. I can't do that.
Not
I just
true.
Listen, you can't
You
miss
know,
your
it,
blessing.
Not
it,
true.
I be thinking about even if I'm talking to someone else, I'm still thinking about the other person that I was in love with, and you're
Well,
gonna
well,
know it.
then it's
I'm
too
gonna
early
do
to
it.
talk to somebody else because the purpose of the next man is to help you to forget about the previous man.
Well, that's only if that man is willing to go along with that program. And I learned that at a real early young. That was when I was like about 21, 22, when I was engaged, and my fiance died. He drowned, and then right after that, maybe a year, because I was in Zoom land for a year, and I met this other guy, and he was so nice. But now he passed away, but he was so nice, and he used to always tell me, "Honey, I love you enough for the both of us, and I know what you were going through losing your fiance." So that person helped me,
That's
but
nice.
that's not going to be always the case and
Right,
stuff.
right.
So I don't like to play with people's feelings. So I mean, if y'all want to keep your bills paid, keep the man. If you want to make sure your
No, it's
bills
not about
paid,
that.
keep
If
the
as
man
long
or
as it's
whatever.
transparent, if it's transparent and I'm happy, I will do
Mm-hmm.
it because I did. Want I go to Jamaica and my girlfriend wanted to meet up with her friend who happened to be married and wanted to sleep with him behind the wife's back that she's also friends with, and I
Okay,
wasn't
that's
having
another
that.
story.
Now,
She asked
That's
me,
something different. That's another topic.
she asked me to take care of her child so
that's
she could go
nasty.
sleep with that married man
That's nasty.
after visiting them for the
That
afternoon.
now that's
I said I
That's
crazy.
can't
That's
nasty.
participate in that
diabolical.
That's
because
nasty.
that's wrong.
See,
Okay.
now somebody like that, once I found out, then they're gonna be some butt kicking and going on and stuff
Oh,
like
well,
that.
we're no longer friends. I didn't participate, so she didn't have a chance to do it because I didn't take care of her son, so she could do it.
Well,
Anyway, what's the
anyway,
next topic,
anyway, you
Lottie?
should. You don't have to tell me. Anyway, in cases like yours, then what she need to do is go find her a younger man. That's what it is.
There you
Because
go.
I have a topic with Beyonce's nephew. What's his name? Daniel. I think his
Jules,
name
well, they call him Jules.
is Jules. What Jules?
Mm-hmm.
He's
Jules, and he's
dating. He's dating the
dating
lady from Love and Hip Hop. She's 41 and he
Tommy
21.
Lee. Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, so what you think about this? Is something like this can work, or he gonna be able to handle her, or she handle him?
I mean, to me, it's nothing you can tell a 21-year-old man. Now, you have to call him a man because he's no longer a boy. right? Was dating a 41-year-old. It's like something they just have to experience, part of life. This she's she's turning tricks and blowing his mind that you can't say nothing to
You
make this
cannot tell her.
man think any other way, right? So, but the thing about it is what type of woman is she? Now, in this situation, Tommy Lee is considered to be a toxic individual, right? She's has a history of past of violence and alcoholism and stuff like that, where, how did he end up with her, right? He come from a prestigious family. It's like, of all the women out here, this is who you want to go with. But I think it's just an idea of she's exciting, right? She's bringing this excitement to his life. On the hand, if that was my son, is nothing I really can do, but I'll be like, not that chick. Go find you another 41-year-old.
Yeah, that's a tough one because love, I mean, when you fall in love or want to be with somebody, what do you do? Age doesn't become, age truly is a number when you're attracted to somebody or want to be with somebody or fall in love with somebody or fall in lust with somebody. You don't be checking their age. It's just like, oh my God, it's like, it's there. What do you do?
Well, I mean, well, in a case like this, you are checking the age because the age is there. That's
That
that's
is
not the
true.
problem.
That
The
is true.
problem is, are you going to be able to? I I think with him, by him being young, 21, I think he might be just, how do you say it? Like excited,
Experimenting.
Mm-hmm.
like
He's
just
excited.
excited to be with someone, maybe like her. Maybe because, like you say, she's toxic and she does all these different things.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is exciting to him. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Because you know how sometimes you can get with someone and you know you're so in your comfort zone that you can't even have any fun because you can't get out of your comfort zone and
That's
stuff.
true.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it pays to be a little wild
Yeah.
and have some fun and get out there and see
Do
what else
something
is going on.
different. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
different.
he
Like
spent his life doing different things. Was he on what you call it? Oh, what is that thing? Oh, where you're with the sexy channel. What is that called? What is that? What is that channel called? I mean,
Sexy
I'm
Channel.
really out of the loop. I'm
So
I'm
the
really I'm really out of
Sexy
the
Channel.
loop.
I never heard of
I don't know
that.
what
I'm
sexy
really
chick.
out of the loop. But I think either he wasn't he on that? What's that channel where people expose parts of themselves? Where or
No,
they
Well, they
I
probably
never
doing
know him to be
Paradise.
phone.
Paradise.
he wasn't
Oh,
on that
I mean, they
channel.
got so many shows
No,
out
he
there.
does modeling and stuff. He wasn't on
Oh,
any of
okay,
those
okay.
type
Like,
channels. Like
excuse
I'm
me.
saying, like he's very low key. You know
Okay,
how Beyonce
okay.
family is.
Oh, okay.
And he does his modeling and whatever
Well,
other
then
stuff
excuse
that
me.
he's
And see,
into.
that's what I'm saying.
I
So by
got
him
wrong
coming from a
information.
family that he has to act a certain way, he has
Hmm.
to be all for fashion and all this kind of stuff. So now maybe he's now seeing, oh, I could have a little fun out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so maybe she excites him and stuff, and have him doing stuff
You
that
have
he
a
doesn't
point.
normally do. I mean, don't you get
That's true.
excited when you do
You have a
something
point
different?
That's
because
what I said. She
his
is.
mother was the rebellious one in the family. Remember, she hit Jay Z in
Yes,
the
she.
elevator.
Hmm.
Remember
Yeah.
that?
Well, that's what they said. If this girl don't watch out, she go the next victim in the elevator.
Well,
She playing with her
she's the
friend.
one that steps outside the box while Beyonce stayed more calm in that video. I can only tell by what we
Well,
saw in
I
the
mean,
video.
not even with their case, but there's plenty of women that go with younger men. Look at Cher, and
That is
I
true.
can't remember what his name is. I think
He's
they what about
very
30
young.
or 40 years difference between them,
There's
and they
a
having
big
fun.
difference there.
Yeah,
But look at who he is as a person, though.
Who
Cher,
is
who
he?
Cher is dating. She's not dating some man out here that was out here exploiting themselves, just doing crazy stuff. For what? No. You want to date a certain type of even if you're going to date a 41-year-old, date a certain type of person.
Well, what type of person is he, Tiffany?
Who?
The Cher's boyfriend. Are they married now?
Oh, no, I think they
no,
no, they
I
don't think
don't
they
think they got
married.
Are
married or
they
anything.
engaged or something?
I
No.
don't think they engaged
Oh,
in
okay.
anything.
But what type of man is
But
he,
I think
Tiffany?
they were,
I
but
don't know.
it must be working because they still together. I think they've been going together now, what, about 4 or 5 years or
A
something,
long time.
like
Longer
that.
But
than
you
that,
never
I
know
think.
the true
So
story. The thing
it can work. I
is,
mean,
yeah,
I have dated younger men
me too.
before.
Me too.
I mean, not that big a gap,
I know that's a
but
big one.
maybe like 10 years or something like that. Because you do have some men who are very mature that's young. I
Right.
mean, they more mature than the older ones, you know. So if you meet somebody that's, mature and you have fun with them and all like that, I don't
That's
see
your
anything
key
wrong.
word, mature. I have, my point of view is if something was to happen between the two of them, she would crash out. And when she crash out, she don't care what that does to his reputation.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how I feel about it. That's why I said it depends on who you have to know who you're dating and
Yeah.
what that if it don't go right, what's the consequences going to be behind
Well,
it.
you would probably have to date them a while, well, maybe not that long for you to actually find out what kind of person they are. Because even the regular normal people you date close to your age, you can date them for years and still don't know about them, and they'll come out with something crazy, and you be looking at them like, well, if I'd have known this was a nut, I would have never taken him on all of this time. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you don't know, and then when you do find out, it's okay because then you have to make a decision. He just has to be mature enough to know when to step aside if it get out of hand. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he has to be mature, in that way and stuff like that. So hey, I mean, I can't say what I ain't gonna do because I don't know what I'm gonna do. If I meet one Tiffany's age and come home with him, you know what I'm saying?
Lord
It, it,
Jesus.
Well,
it'll be okay.
I'm coming home with a I'm gonna come over there with a magnifying glass and check him from top
Oh
to
my
bottom.
Lord.
Look, I ain't gonna say. Look, I ain't gonna say if he tell me he gonna help pay my bills and stuff. I ain't gonna
Well, then
say I'm
that's
gonna
a
bring him
different story,
home.
right?
I'm not gonna say I might not bring him home for at least about 3, 4, 6 months at least. Anyway, But anyway, ladies, it's been a pleasure. It's been fun. So, I hope you find the man that you're looking for as well. So we want to thank everybody for watching tonight. Hey, Kat, how you doing? Hi, Kara, how you doing? So we don't thank everybody for joining us tonight. And look for your man because he may be staring you right in the face. And as always, we'll see you next time.
It's Shannon. Oh yeah, it's Shannon. Keeping it